God says, "This will happen in your house tonight." God is trying to alert you by begging you for just 2 seconds. It's very urgent. Listen to God now before it's too late. Don't skip God. What is about to take place in your house tonight is not ordinary, and it is not small. The God of heaven, the one who breathed life into you and called you his own, is sending a very real, very personal alert to your spirit. This is not the kind of moment to walk past. This is not something to put off until tomorrow. It is happening tonight, in your very house, and it carries a purpose you cannot afford to miss. The message is clear and unshakable. God is moving, and he needs you to stop and hear him right now. Comment, "Amen," if your heart is open to receive what God has already prepared for you tonight. This word is not from man, and it is not born from empty promises. This is a divine interruption, a loving warning, and a sacred invitation all at once. Something will shift in your home tonight. There will be a moment, maybe quiet, maybe sudden, where God's hand reaches in and begins to rearrange what has felt broken, what has felt forgotten, what has felt lost. He is not distant from your suffering. He is not deaf to your cries. The reason he is begging you for just 2 seconds of attention is because something powerful and spiritual is about to unfold within the very walls you live in. If you believe in God's movement, gently, like this video, that simple act of faith is a way to say, "Lord, I am here. I am ready. I won't ignore you." God sees the burdens you've been carrying behind closed doors. He sees the silent heartbreak, the financial fears, the tension that builds between family members when no one else is looking. He knows how long you've been fighting that battle inside your home that no one else even knows exists. You've tried to stay strong, to hold it all together, but he is stepping in tonight because he loves you far too much to let you carry it alone any longer. This is not a general word for just anyone. This is for you, and it's about your house, your life, your heart. The reason this is so urgent is because some of the things God is about to do tonight will not wait until morning. There is divine timing involved. The kind of timing where, if your heart is open right now, chains will fall, doors will open, peace will flood your mind like never before, and healing will begin where pain has been growing. Do not treat this lightly. Do not let distractions steal the very breakthrough that's been coming closer and closer to your door. Heaven has been planning this moment, and God is alerting you so you won't miss it. Something holy is entering your atmosphere tonight. Comment 1111 if you believe that God's hand is already moving toward your home tonight. Even now, God's presence is hovering over the spaces in your home. The same Spirit that calmed the storm, that opened prison doors, that walked through fire with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, is the same Spirit that will rest upon your house tonight. Whether you live alone, with family, in a place of struggle or comfort, God does not look at the outside. He looks at the cry of your heart. He hears the whisper that says, "God, I can't do this much longer." And he responds with power, not delay. He responds with mercy, not judgment. He is not coming into your home to punish. He is coming to restore. Some things will be broken tonight, but only the things that have been tormenting you. The fear that has lived in your child's room, the spirit of depression that lingers in the hallway, the arguments that have stolen the joy from your kitchen table, the financial weight that has kept you from sleeping. God is walking through every corner tonight and claiming it back for his glory. Every room that felt heavy with sorrow is about to be filled with the light of his presence. God says, "This will happen in your house tonight because he has seen the days you nearly gave up. He has seen the moments you looked at your bank account, your marriage, your children, your health, and said, 'Lord, I don't know what else to do.' Tonight is the answer. Tonight is the touch. Tonight is the breath of heaven coming into dry bones and calling life back where death tried to take root. You don't need to understand how. You just need to believe that the one who made you is faithful to finish what he started. God is not asking for your perfection, only your surrender. He does not need you to have the words. He only needs your heart to stay open. Let him enter your house tonight. Let him touch the place you haven't dared to speak of. Let him be the peace in your living room, the strength in your hallway, the joy in your bedroom. He is not far. He is already on his way. He is entering not with force but with love, not with condemnation but with healing. Comment 222 if you trust this promise is already unfolding in your life tonight. If there has ever been a moment to open the door to God's Spirit, it is now. Even as you listen, even as your heart stirs, there is something being stirred in the heavens for your house. He has assigned angels to your family. He has marked your home with mercy. He is stepping into generational patterns and breaking what has held your family in cycles of sorrow for years. Your house is not cursed. It is chosen. It is not forgotten. It is being visited. And no power in hell can stop what God has written for tonight. Could this 7-second CIA brainwave trick be your fastest path to luxury? Leaked research reveals a simple ritual helping people attract wealth effortlessly. Proven by 4 neuroscience labs, debt is dissolving and abundance is showing up fast. If you're seeing this now, you are God's chosen one. Click the link in the comments before it disappears. Your house has been crying for this. Your house has been waiting for this. And even if no one else in your home is ready, God says, I am coming because you have called out to me. Just one heart believing is enough to invite a miracle into the entire place. Just one heart listening tonight is enough for the floodgates of heaven to be opened. Don't think it has to look a certain way. It will happen in His way, but it will happen. Not next year, not next month. Tonight, He is already removing the invisible weights. He is already anointing your doorposts with protection. He is already commanding peace to rise where tension once ruled. What will happen tonight in your house will echo for generations. This is not just for you. This is for your children and your children's children. God is planting a new root system, a root of faith, a root of praise, a root of blessing. He is rewriting the atmosphere of your home, not with smoke and thunder, but with peace, light, and restoration. The reason God is asking you not to skip Him is because this moment is holy. It may look like just another night, but in the Spirit, this night carries weight. It carries a shift. It carries the fresh oil that has been long overdue. The stirring in your spirit, the stillness in your surroundings, the tug at your heart to pause and listen right now, all of it is heaven's way of saying, be still. I am here. I am moving. This night carries the weight of answered prayers that you have long forgotten you even prayed. The cries you lifted in exhaustion, the groans that escaped your lips when you were too tired to form full sentences, the tears that soaked your pillow when you thought no one noticed. God heard every single one. And tonight, in a way only He can orchestrate, He is bringing justice, restoration, and peace into your house. Comment 333 to declare your faith in what God is about to release into your home. There are no delays in heaven tonight. What has been held up, resisted, or stolen from you is being returned, not because you earned it, but because God is faithful. His faithfulness is not fragile. It does not waver based on your mood or your past. It stands firm, rooted in who He is, and because you belong to Him, your home is under divine authority. Every assignment from the enemy to bring confusion, division, or fear into your house is being silenced by the authority of Jesus Christ. God says, "What will happen in your house tonight is not only for healing and peace, but for clarity." The cloud of confusion, the mental fog, the doubts that kept you from making decisions, all of it will begin to lift. He is replacing it with discernment, wisdom, and direction. You will wake up with a new sound in your heart, a sense of knowing, a quiet confidence that what seemed lost has now found its way back to you through the mercy of God. For too long, you've walked through your home feeling like it was just a shelter, just a place to rest, just a space to survive. But God is restoring your house to be what He always intended, a dwelling place of His Spirit, a sanctuary of safety, a space where praise will rise, where laughter will return, where love will reign again. And you don't have to do it alone. The Holy Spirit is taking the lead, moving through every wall, covering every bed, wrapping every window with protection that no man can take away. There is an angelic presence resting in your home tonight. You may not see it, but some of you will feel it. A stillness, a warmth, a quiet voice within reminding you that God has not forgotten you. Every fight you had to go through to hold your family together, every hour you worked to make ends meet, every silent battle you faced to keep your faith, God was there. And tonight, He is repaying what you poured out with overflow. Comment 555 if you receive the overflow of God's mercy and favor into your life tonight. Some of you have been standing in the gap for others in your household. You've prayed for children who have wandered, spouses who have grown distant, relatives who carry pain. You've cried out, asking God to reach them when words fail. He wants you to know He has heard. Not only has He heard, but He is already responding. He is touching their hearts even now. Some of them may not show it yet, but deep inside God is stirring the soil, softening what has grown hard, calling them back to the light. Do not be discouraged by what you see in the natural. Even if things look the same tomorrow, know that the shift has begun tonight. Seeds planted in faith are growing even when the surface seems still. God is a builder, and what He is building in your house cannot be shaken. His foundation is not weak. His plans are not delayed. He is not confused about what to do next in your life. His timeline is perfect, and tonight is proof of it. There is divine alignment taking place right now. People you need to meet, doors you need to walk through, solutions you've been waiting on. God is setting it all in motion. And it begins with your house, because your house is the altar from which your next season will be birthed. You don't have to look far. You don't have to chase after it. Stay present. Stay aware. God is working right where you are. What's really behind the 7-second brain trick exploding online? A leaked CIA ritual is turning heads and bank balances. Backed by neuroscience labs, this at-home method removes money blocks and unlocks unstoppable wealth flow. But the page could vanish any time. Click the link in the first comment before it's permanently deleted. Even the atmosphere is shifting. The heaviness is lifting. The silence that once echoed with anxiety is now being filled with peace. God is pressing His presence into every room, every conversation, every decision. You will begin to notice subtle changes. Tensions will ease. Unexpected joy will arise. Doors will open without your effort. And through it all, God will be glorified not through loud signs, but through the gentle unfolding of His plan. Comment 1212 if you believe God is unfolding His plan in your home right now. Do not let doubt steal what is being delivered tonight. This is not a moment to be skeptical. This is a time to surrender, to breathe deeply, and to receive without fear. You do not have to qualify yourself. God has already chosen your house for this. He is not asking for perfection. He is asking for openness. Let him in, fully and completely. Let him move the furniture of your heart, rearrange the space within, and make room for glory. What happens tonight will not fade by morning. This is not a temporary high or an emotional rush. This is the kind of touch that leaves a permanent mark. A mark of mercy, a mark of grace, a mark of divine favor. When you walk through your home tomorrow, you will know it. You will feel it. And every time the enemy tries to whisper doubt, your heart will remember this night, this holy moment, and stand firm. God is sealing something in you right now. He is writing a new chapter, not only for your life, but for your household. The blessings will not stop with you. They will flow from you, into every room, into every soul that walks through your door. You are not just blessed. You are chosen to be a carrier of blessing for others. Your house will be a place where others find peace, where healing begins, where broken people remember how to hope again. God is visiting your household, not with judgment, not with wrath, but with healing in his hands, with peace in his breath, with mercy written across his eyes. The Spirit of the Lord is moving through the very walls of your home, gently lifting the heaviness, touching the pain that's been hidden too long, and breathing new life into places that felt too far gone. You are not just a witness to this moment. You are the one God has chosen to receive it. The pain that you have survived has not been wasted. The nights you cried alone, the prayers that felt like they went unanswered, the moments you almost gave up, he gathered every piece of it. And tonight, he is taking what was broken and weaving it into a story of redemption. You may not have seen how any good could come from what you walked through, but God did. And now he's saying, watch what I can do. Comment 777 if you believe God is rewriting your story with restoration tonight. Even in the silence, God has been working. Even in the waiting, he has been preparing. There were doors he had to keep closed to protect you. There were delays that didn't feel fair but were necessary to bring you into alignment with his perfect timing. He never forgot about you. He never stopped thinking about your house, your needs, your heart. And now the time has come. He is arriving in your home with answers that will speak louder than every silence you endured. What will happen in your house tonight is not only for your relief, but also for your realignment. God is not just removing pain, he is restoring order. Where confusion reigned, peace will now rule. Where anxiety ran wild, his calm will settle like a blanket. You will not need to strive anymore. You will not need to perform. The presence of God brings rest, and this rest is not laziness. It is holy assurance that you don't have to carry what was never meant to be your burden. He is lifting the pressure off your shoulders. He is reminding you that you were never created to survive on your own. You were made to live under his covering, to move in his rhythm, to walk in his promises. And the promises of God are not vague. They are real, personal, and true. They don't depend on the opinions of others. They don't expire when you fail. They remain because he is faithful. And tonight, that faithfulness is making itself known right where you live. There is something sacred about how God chooses to enter a home. He doesn't knock loudly. He doesn't demand your attention with force. He speaks in that soft voice that your spirit recognizes even when your mind cannot explain it. That stirring you feel, that warmth in your chest, that nudge to stay just a little longer, those are signs that the King of Glory is near. Let him come all the way in. Open every room of your heart and let him dwell. Comment 999 if you welcome the King of Glory into every room of your house tonight. Even the battles that were never spoken out loud are being addressed tonight. God saw the spiritual warfare you endured silently. He saw the moments you smiled in front of others while crumbling inside. He heard the unspoken words you buried deep to protect others, and now he is healing all of it. He is removing the residue of those spiritual attacks. The fear, the panic, the sleepless nights, the tension in your chest, it is leaving. His peace is taking over now. Not the kind of peace that depends on your circumstances, but the kind that surpasses all understanding. The shift is already happening. You may feel lighter. You may breathe easier. You may notice the difference in how your heart beats, how your mind thinks, how your soul rests. That's what happens when God enters a space. He doesn't come to observe. He comes to transform. You don't need to try to figure out how. Just keep your heart open, keep your spirit quiet before Him, and allow His presence to do what only He can do. The secret ritual they never wanted public is finally out. A 7-second brain technique, backed by leaked CIA data and 4 neuroscience labs, is helping families erase debt and attract money on autopilot. But this miracle won't stay public long. Click the link in the description and comments now before it's gone forever. God is also breaking patterns tonight, patterns that kept repeating for generations. Cycles of loss, addiction, depression, poverty, conflict, these chains are not eternal. They are not your identity, they are not your inheritance. You were not born to carry them. You were born to be free. And the freedom of God does not stop at your front door. It begins inside your house. This night will be remembered in heaven as the night your family's story took a turn toward freedom. Comment 1010 if you believe this night will mark the turning point for your household. Even the atmosphere in your home will begin to feel different. There will be a peace that lingers, a new sound in the silence, a fresh wind moving through the rooms. That is not your imagination, that is not coincidence, that is God's Spirit making His home with you. And as He remains, your home will not just be a place of refuge, but a place of anointing. You will pray differently. You will worship freely. You will feel safe enough to cry again. And joy will return like a river, steady and unstoppable. God is rebuilding the foundation from the inside out. He is restoring honor where shame once lived. He is covering your walls with the blood of Jesus, a mark that no force of darkness can cross. He is reclaiming what was lost and reviving what was near death. This is not temporary. This is the beginning of something new and lasting. God does not move halfway. When He says He is coming, He comes to stay. You may feel a pull to forgive, to let go, to release the bitterness or pain you've carried. Do not resist it. That is God's healing hand. That is the Spirit working on the inside, so that the blessings He brings do not get blocked by past wounds. Let Him do the deep work. Let Him touch the places you forgot were still hurting. There is no shame in needing healing. There is glory in surrender. This night is not just about what happens in your house. It is also about what God is preparing for your future. The favor He is releasing tonight will go ahead of you. It will open doors in days to come. It will draw the right people, create divine appointments, and release provision where you didn't even ask for it. What begins in your home tonight will spill into every part of your life. And the beauty is, you don't have to strive for it. You just have to receive it. He is deliberate, intentional, and precise. And tonight, He chose your house, not by chance, not because you were flawless, but because His love for you is unshakable. This night is wrapped in divine purpose. He is not only touching your physical space, He is touching the spiritual climate of your home. The air itself is shifting, the heaviness, the tension, the fear that used to linger in certain corners, it's being lifted. It's being replaced with peace that rests and settles like a gentle wind, and you may find yourself suddenly feeling lighter, more at ease, more calm. That is not your imagination. That is the weight of God's glory resting over your life. Comment 1515. If you believe the peace of God is resting in your house right now. There are moments in life when God breaks into your world in such a quiet but powerful way that your heart can't help but notice. Tonight is one of those moments. He is drawing near with healing, with grace, with answers you didn't know were on their way. And He's doing it not because you begged loud enough, not because you followed every rule, but because He is a Father and you are His child. He is simply responding to the cry of your spirit that said, God, I need you. What's happening tonight is not a coincidence. God heard you. He heard the way you prayed when you were exhausted. He saw you trying to stay strong for others when inside you were barely holding on. He noticed how you kept going when it would have been easier to give up. That faith, even if it was fragile, moved His heart. And now He is moving in your house with healing in His hands and restoration in His breath. He is repairing what was wounded. He is rebuilding what was torn down. For too long, the atmosphere in your house has carried the weight of battles you never invited. Unexpected losses, arguments that left deep emotional marks, moments of loneliness, even while surrounded by others. But tonight, God is speaking over your house, and His words are rewriting the story. He is saying, let there be peace, let there be healing, let there be freedom. And when God speaks, everything changes. The very structure of your house is being aligned with the heartbeat of heaven. There is a divine covering being stretched over your household, a shield that you didn't put there, a barrier against things that once had access to your peace. That torment, that fear, that cycle of anxiety, it will not cross the threshold of your home again. God has placed a spiritual line, a mark that tells darkness, you cannot enter here. You may not see it, but you will know it by the difference you feel. Sleep will return. Joy will rise again. Laughter will echo in the halls where sorrow once sat. Comment 1717 if you know God is marking your home with His divine protection tonight. The beautiful thing about what's happening right now is that God is not only touching what's broken, He's restoring what you didn't even know was missing. The spark in your soul, the hope you buried, the dreams you shelved because life got too hard. He is bringing all of it back to the surface, not to torment you, but to fulfill it. He is not teasing you with false hope. It's not teasing you with false hope. He is awakening what He always meant to come alive. This is about more than comfort. This is about transformation. The kind of transformation that doesn't just change your emotions, but changes the entire spiritual structure of your life. You are not just being comforted, you are being renewed, rebuilt, repurposed. Your house is not just a place anymore, it is becoming a sanctuary, a place where God is welcome, where His Spirit can dwell, where miracles can manifest freely. Is this leaked CIA ritual the missing key to your financial breakthrough? A once-hidden brain ritual is spreading fast. This strange 7-second method, confirmed by elite neuroscience labs, activates your brain's wealth magnet. The government may shut this down. If you're seeing this, you are God's chosen child. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted. And yes, there will be miracles. Miracles of healing, miracles of reconciliation, miracles of provision that don't make sense on paper. God does not need the approval of your situation to bless you. He is not waiting for your environment to improve. He is stepping into it as it is, and He is doing what only He can do. What begins tonight will stretch into days, into weeks, into years. It is a beginning, not a moment. And that beginning will affect everything that touches your home. There are conversations in heaven right now about your house. Angels assigned, blessings scheduled, protection declared. What the enemy tried to destroy, God is rebuilding stronger. What was lost in past seasons is not gone, it is being restored with interest. Your patience, your perseverance, your tears, your trust, it has all been stored like a treasure in heaven. And now the windows are opening. The blessings are pouring. The breakthrough has started. Comment Amen if you receive the fullness of God's breakthrough in your house. Some of you will feel this in unexpected ways. A shift in your heart, a word that suddenly makes sense, a feeling of peace that doesn't leave. That is the presence of God. It may come quietly, but it comes with purpose. It's not fleeting. It's not a temporary fix. It's a foundational change. And as you rest tonight, that presence will continue its work. Healing in your sleep, clarity in your dreams, comfort in your breathing. Even as you close your eyes, heaven will remain awake, watching over your home. This night will not be like others. This night is sacred. You may not fully understand it yet, but in the days to come, you will look back and remember it. You will see how things began to shift, how relationships softened, how provision showed up, how strength returned. And when you do, you will know it started when God stepped into your house and said, "Now is the time. This is your time. This is your moment." Not by force, not by effort, but by grace. Let Him move, let Him remain, let Him turn your house into a home filled with the fragrance of heaven. You will not be the same. Your family will not be the same. And the best part is, it's only just beginning. God's presence is not leaving. His promises are not fading. His hands are still working. His Spirit is flowing like a quiet river through your walls, through your thoughts, through every corner of your house. This is the sacred moment that heaven wrote into your story before you even realized how much you needed it. What's happening tonight is not small. It's the beginning of restoration that will not end with you. It will spread through every life connected to yours. He is not coming into your home to point at your flaws. He is not walking through your rooms with a list of failures. He is entering like a loving father, with tears in his eyes, arms wide open, longing to be close to you again. The door you opened in your heart allowed the King of Glory to step in, and when He steps in, everything changes, not because of fear, but because of love. Comment 222 if you trust God is working in ways you cannot yet see. God's Spirit is hovering over the disappointments you never talked about, the ones that still haunt you when the world is quiet, the things you hoped would go differently, the moments that crushed you without warning. He's not just aware of them, He is healing them one by one. He's wrapping His presence around those memories, taking the sting out of them, turning sorrow into strength. He knows how much those moments shaped you, and now He is shaping them into something beautiful, something redemptive, something only He can turn for your good. He is also speaking softly into places you forgot to hope. The dreams you laid down, the prayers you stopped praying, the parts of your heart that hardened over time because you were tired of disappointment. He is whispering into those places again tonight. Not loud, not forceful, but gentle and steady. Try again, He says. Hope again. Trust me again. You don't have to make it happen. You only need to believe that He's not done. What you thought was over, He's just beginning. He is walking room to room in your spirit, and as He walks, things are being reordered. The things that used to bring fear are now being filled with peace. The patterns that kept you bound are being broken. The arguments that drained your soul are losing their power. The tension in your chest is loosening. The confusion is fading. This is what happens when God invades your home, not with noise, but with power. Not with pressure, but with peace. Comment 333 to declare your faith in what God is doing in your house tonight. You don't have to understand every detail. You don't need a blueprint of how it will unfold. Just let him work. Let him move freely, surrender the control, and trust that the one who holds the stars in place can certainly hold your home together. What feels impossible to you is already resolved in his hands. He has never been confused about your future. He has never doubted your worth. He has never once regretted choosing you. And now, he's choosing to make your home a vessel of his glory. There is a silence tonight that feels different. It's not the silence of emptiness. It's the silence of sacred work, like the hush before a miracle, like the quiet before the dawn breaks. God is speaking, not always in words, but in the shifts you feel, the peace that doesn't make sense, the calm that replaces fear. That's him. That's how he works. He doesn't always shout. Sometimes he transforms everything with a whisper. What if 7 seconds is all it takes to flip your financial fate? A shocking CIA leak just exposed a hidden brain ritual helping ordinary people erase debt and pull in massive wealth. Backed by 4 neuroscience labs, this at-home method is turning struggle into luxury fast. But this page could be erased any moment. Click the link in the first comment now before it's gone forever. There are generational chains breaking tonight. Things your parents carried, things your grandparents endured, patterns that pass down like invisible weights. God is putting a stop to them. The shame, the addiction, the fear, the silence, the emotional distance. He's saying, it ends with you, not through striving, not through struggle, but through surrender. He is rewriting your family's future through the decision you've made to welcome him in. You didn't even realize the legacy you were shaping by listening tonight, but heaven sees it. Comment 1111 if you believe your family's future is being rewritten by God right now. Your children may not understand what's happening, but their spirits will know peace like never before. The tension that hung in the air will lift. The heaviness that followed you from room to room will break. This is not your imagination. It's God doing what only He can do, creating order from chaos, breathing life into what felt lost, building something lasting out of pieces you thought were broken forever. Even in the places you feel ashamed of, God is building altars. He is turning the very places where pain once ruled into places where praise will rise. He wastes nothing, not one tear, not one mistake, not one broken moment. If you let Him, He will take every shattered piece and create something so full of purpose that you'll wonder how you ever doubted His plan. You don't have to be perfect, you just have to be willing. God's love is covering your home like a soft blanket tonight. His mercy is pressing into every wall. His voice is silencing every lie the enemy ever spoke over your household. You will not always feel this emotional rush, but the work will remain. He is not giving you a temporary feeling. He is giving you a permanent change. And when tomorrow comes, even if everything around you looks the same, know this: your house has been touched by heaven, and nothing will ever be the same again. Let yourself rest in this moment. Let yourself trust. God is not asking you to carry the world. He is simply asking you to place it in His hands. He is not rushing you. He's waiting with patience, with kindness, with tenderness. The way He loves you is not fragile. It is fierce. It is enduring. It is real. He is not going anywhere. His presence is remaining in your house, and it will continue to unfold in ways you didn't expect. Every time you breathe tonight, every time your mind drifts to worry, remember this: God is already in the room. He is already surrounding you. He is already answering prayers you haven't dared to speak out loud. And the peace that's beginning to bloom in your home will not wither. It will grow. It will strengthen. It will last. So rest, not because the storm is over, but because the one who controls the storm is in your house now. And when God is in the house, every fear bows, every plan of the enemy crumbles, and every promise begins to unfold. You felt it in your breath, in your thoughts, in the quiet stillness that settled over your heart like a warm light breaking through a long and heavy night. What happened tonight wasn't an emotional spark or a random coincidence, it was a divine visitation. Your house was chosen, your heart was open, and heaven responded. God is not finished. He didn't come to visit and leave, he came to stay, he came to dwell. What began tonight is the planting of something that will grow for years to come, seeds of peace, seeds of healing, seeds of clarity. They're already in the ground, and you may not see the full bloom right away, but they are alive, and they will rise. Even the areas of your life that felt barren and untouched are being reached. Every closed-off space, every door you shut to survive the pain, every hidden wound you stopped tending, God saw it, and He decided it was time to heal it. Comment, Amen, if you're ready to walk in the healing God already began in your home. There are rooms in your home that have held memories of pain, spaces where tears were cried, where arguments echoed, where you once felt hopeless and alone. Tonight, those rooms have been claimed by God. The atmosphere has shifted. The spiritual residue of fear and sadness is being swept away, and the peace of the Lord is resting there now. It's quiet, it's soft, but it's powerful. It will stay. It will saturate everything. You will begin to notice it more each day. There is an unseen line that God has drawn around your home, a line that no darkness can cross, a line of protection, of covering, of divine authority. Whatever used to feel like it had power over your peace is now powerless. The enemy tried to bring confusion, but God is bringing clarity. He tried to stir fear, but God is raising faith. He tried to isolate you in your sorrow, but God is embracing you with comfort. There is nothing hidden from Him, nothing too messy, too broken, or too far gone. He walks into the very places you thought He would avoid, and instead of turning away, He kneels beside your pain and begins to heal it. He touches it with kindness, He mends it with grace. He doesn't rush the process, but He doesn't waste a second. His Spirit works through time like a master artist, restoring what was torn and gently placing new strength where weakness once lived. You don't have to pretend with Him. You can rest. You can exhale. You are safe. Comment 1212 if you believe God is restoring peace to every corner of your home tonight. Sometimes healing doesn't come with fireworks or loud announcements. Sometimes it comes with a quiet knowing, a moment when you sit still and realize the weight on your chest has lifted, a breath that feels easier, a night where you finally sleep without waking up in fear. That's how God works. Steady, gentle, deep. And what He's doing in your house tonight will carry into every area of your life. It won't stay hidden. It won't be confined to four walls. The peace He placed in your home will go with you, into your workplace, your friendships, your decisions, your future. People are asking why money is suddenly flowing into random lives. A leaked CIA discovery reveals a 7-second brain ritual that quietly rewires your mind for wealth. Proven by 4 neuroscience labs, people are wiping out debt and stepping into luxury with ease. If you're seeing this, you're very lucky. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. There's a warmth you'll feel when you walk into the room again. That's not your imagination. That's the residue of heaven's touch. The silence will sound different because the air is now filled with the echoes of God's voice, not always in words, but in presence, in the calm, in the stillness. You'll hear it in your spirit. You'll know He is there. And what about the people in your life who haven't been open yet, who don't know what you're feeling right now? Don't worry. Your home has become a well, a spiritual well that will begin to overflow. Others will come and not even understand why they feel different around you, why their anxiety fades, why their hearts soften. But you'll know. You'll know it's because God moved into your home, and when He moves in, His presence flows through everything. Comment 555 if you receive the overflow of God's presence for your family and loved ones. The transformation is not just internal, it will show up in how you speak, how you respond, how you make decisions. You will notice yourself no longer reacting from pain, but responding from peace. The anger will start to fade. The fear won't grip you as tightly. You will begin to think clearly again, dream again, and walk lighter. The house that once felt heavy with burdens is becoming light with glory. It is not a distant promise, it's already happening. God is not just working in you, He is preparing the ground for blessings you haven't even thought to ask for. You thought the breakthrough would come one day, far from now, but God is bringing it near. He is bringing divine connections, answers, resolutions, and unexpected favor. He is taking the small seed of your faith tonight and watering it with His own hand. It will grow, it must grow, because what He starts, He finishes. You may have walked into this moment feeling alone, but you will leave it surrounded. Angels are standing watch. The Spirit is speaking peace. And your Heavenly Father is saying, I am here, and I am staying. That changes everything. That silences the storm. That anchors your soul. So don't rush this. Sit with it. Breathe in the quiet. Let the warmth of God's love settle into your bones. He's not going anywhere. He doesn't just touch a place and leave it. He transforms it. He sanctifies it. He remains. And as long as He is in your house, no darkness can stay. This is your confirmation that the wait was worth it, that the prayers were not in vain, that the pain did not go unnoticed. Tonight is not an isolated moment. It is the beginning of a holy shift. The type of shift that you will look back on and say, that's when everything changed. That's when God came into my home, and peace never left again. It has been planted deep like a tree that will continue to grow, silently but steadily. That stillness you feel, that strange sense of calm where there used to be unrest, is heaven's signature upon your life. It is the evidence that God didn't just visit, He took residence. What happens next will be born out of His presence. There will be moments in the days ahead when doubt tries to whisper again, when fear tries to sneak back in, when the voices of the past attempt to drag you into old patterns. But do not be afraid. Do not shrink back, because what God started tonight in your home has divine protection around it. The enemy has been defeated not by your strength, but by God's love, and love never fails. You are standing on new ground now, and no power of darkness can pull you back into what God already brought you out of. Comment 777 if you believe this new ground is where your future will flourish. Even as you rest, even as your body lets go of all it has carried, the Spirit of God continues to work in your home. He is arranging things in the background that you do not see. Conversations are being stirred, minds are being softened, circumstances are being shifted in your favor. The blessing of God is never shallow, it is deep and wide and lasting, and it has begun to unfold like a river flowing from the throne of heaven straight into the very place you call home. The joy that once felt distant will begin to return, not the kind of joy that comes and goes with good news, but the kind that stays even when things don't make sense. That is God's joy. It is not dependent on how well life is going. It comes from being rooted in the presence of the one who never changes. That joy will fill your kitchen, your bedroom, your hallway. It will rise in your conversations. It will spread into your family. You'll catch yourself smiling again, laughing again, breathing again. There will be mornings when the sun rises and you feel different, not because the world changed overnight, but because your heart is no longer chained. God is setting your soul free, and freedom always leaves a mark. You will walk lighter. You will speak more gently. You will notice beauty where you once saw brokenness. This is what happens when heaven lives in your house. Everything begins to reflect the nature of the one who now abides there. Comment 1010 if you receive the fullness of joy and freedom God is planting in your home. There are promises that have been hovering over your life for years, blessings that were delayed, words spoken over you that never came to pass, things you stopped expecting because the wait was too long. God is revisiting those promises now, not to tease you but to fulfill them. He never forgets what He speaks. What He said over your family, He still intends to do. What He whispered in the middle of your struggle, He still remembers. And tonight, He has started to water those promises with His own hands. The restoration you've longed for has already begun. In the quiet of this night, foundations are being repaired. Trust is being rebuilt. Love is being reawakened. Even if it takes time to see it with your eyes, your spirit already knows it's happening. God never starts something without the intention to finish it. And when He finishes, it will be beautiful. It will be full of peace. It will bring glory to His name. Your home will be a testimony. Why is everyone rushing to this 7-second brain ritual? Leaked CIA files exposed a hidden brainwave technique that opens the door to wealth fast. Verified by 4 top neuroscience labs, it's turning financial stress into abundance almost overnight. But this secret won't stay public for long. Click the link in the pinned comments before it's deleted forever. What's coming next for you will not look like what you've walked through. God is not repeating your pain. He is redeeming it. The days ahead are not shaped by your mistakes. They are shaped by His mercy. That's why you can breathe easier now. The pressure to be perfect is gone. The fear of doing everything right is lifting. You don't have to earn what God is doing. You only have to receive it. Comment 999 if you believe that God's mercy is shaping your days to come. This is also a time of great clarity. Where there was once confusion, God is bringing understanding. You will begin to know what to do. You will begin to hear more clearly. The fog that once clouded your judgment will lift. Your thoughts will settle. Your emotions will calm. Your spirit will find direction. Because where God's presence rests, confusion cannot remain. He speaks not to overwhelm you, but to guide you. His voice is not loud, but it is unmistakable, and He is speaking even now. You are not the same as you were yesterday. Something has shifted. A spiritual turning point has taken place. God is not just blessing your home with peace. He is transforming you from the inside out. He is awakening your identity. You are not a person trapped by the past. You are not defined by the pain. You are a vessel of hope, a carrier of light, a child of God who has been marked by His presence and set apart for His purpose. You will begin to love differently, not because people change, but because you are changed. You will begin to forgive more easily, not because the hurt didn't matter, but because the healing matters more. You will begin to release bitterness and welcome peace, and that shift will bring more blessing. Peace attracts miracles. Grace attracts breakthrough. Your home has become a dwelling place for both. Comment 1717 if you know that forgiveness is unlocking a deeper peace in your life tonight. The future is not something to fear. The future is something to walk into with confidence now. because you're not walking into it alone. The same God who entered your house tonight will walk with you every step forward. He is already ahead of you, already preparing, already opening the doors. You will see the fruit of this night in unexpected places, in conversations that turn in your favor, in reports that bring good news, in doors that were once closed now opening wide. The atmosphere has shifted. And where God is, nothing remains the same. So hold on to what you feel right now. Let this peace be your foundation. Let His presence be your guide. The days ahead may still bring challenges, but now your house has been touched by God, and that changes everything. It is a place of encounter. It is a sanctuary where God's peace will dwell, and where His voice will speak into your daily life. You will not walk through your door the same way again. The atmosphere is different now, not because of something you did, but because God chose to inhabit it. There is divine order being restored right now. In the places where disorder once reigned, God is setting things back in alignment. The things that once felt out of control, the areas where peace always seemed just out of reach, those things are coming under His authority. God is re-establishing His peace as the governing spirit over your home. His peace will rule, not stress. His love will reign, not conflict. His grace will lead, not guilt. Even when challenges come, they will not shake you, because your house is now rooted in His presence. Comment 1111 if you believe divine order is being established in your house tonight. You will begin to notice something powerful in the days ahead. Certain things that used to easily irritate or upset you will start to lose their grip. It won't be because people suddenly changed, but because your heart has changed. The grace that God poured into your spirit tonight will begin to flow through your words, your reactions, and your choices. You will find yourself being patient when you once felt overwhelmed. You will speak kindness where anger used to rise. You will see things through the eyes of compassion instead of fear. This is the fruit of God's Spirit now growing inside of you. And what about the parts of your house that have been soaked in sorrow, the memories, the moments, the losses that seem to live in the air like a shadow? God is cleansing even that. He is wiping the emotional residue from every room. He is covering it with a new sound. You will begin to hear worship again. You will speak encouragement where once you wept. And in the silence, there will no longer be emptiness, there will be peace, a rich, deep, sustaining peace that carries you through anything. God does not only restore peace, He restores purpose. Some of you thought the battles in your house had stolen your purpose. You started to believe that you were too tired, too wounded, or too far behind to step into what God once showed you. But tonight, He is reigniting that fire. He is reminding you that His calling on your life has never expired. The presence of God is not just to comfort you, it is to equip you. He is giving you fresh vision. He is giving you renewed strength. You will dream again. You will move forward again. Comment 333 to declare your faith that your purpose is being renewed in this very moment. The same Spirit who raised Jesus from the dead lives in you, and that means nothing in your life is beyond restoration. Not your faith, not your family, not your finances, not your health, not your peace. Even the things that others gave up on, the things you yourself gave up on, are now being revisited by heaven. God is not intimidated by how bad it looks. He specializes in raising what looks like it's finished. And tonight, He is reaching deep into your life and resurrecting the hope you buried. Is this the same CIA brain ritual changing lives in seconds? A new leak reveals a powerful 7-second technique developed under secret research. Backed by neuroscience, people are moving from debt to wealth and luxury faster than believed possible. But this secret may be deleted soon. Click the link in the comments before it disappears. Some of you have felt like your home has been under spiritual attack for years. No matter what you tried, something always felt off, like something was fighting against your peace. Tonight, that battle ends, because God has declared your house as holy ground. The enemy no longer has the authority he once held. He cannot remain where the Spirit of God resides, and the Spirit of God is now in your house. He is seated there, watching over you, shielding you. That covering will not lift, it will not fade. It is sealed by the blood of Jesus. This moment will mark a shift in generations. The decisions you are making now, the surrender you have given tonight, will echo into your children's lives and beyond. God is building a new spiritual foundation through you. What tried to destroy your family line will not succeed. You are the turning point. You are the one God has chosen to shift the story. And He is not asking you to do it in your own strength. He is doing it through you by His Spirit. Comment 555 if you believe your household is the beginning of a generational shift. Even your prayers will begin to carry more power. The words that once felt small or empty will now be filled with faith. Heaven hears you. The angels assigned to your life are already moving. Your prayers don't have to be fancy. They don't have to be long. They just need to be honest, and they need to come from the heart. God listens to the whisper just as much as He hears the cry. And He responds not always in the ways you expect, but always in the ways that are best. You are now walking in a new level of authority, not because of titles or achievements, but because God has placed His Spirit within you. You are a carrier of His presence. When you walk through your house, you are not just moving through rooms, you are shifting the atmosphere with every step. Speak life over your family. Speak hope into your future. Declare peace over your day. Your words matter now more than ever. They are being backed by the weight of heaven. There is a calmness beginning to settle that you've never known before. A deep assurance that even if the world shakes, your home will remain a place of safety. That's what God has done tonight. He has turned your house into a refuge, into a stronghold of His presence, into a lighthouse for others who are searching for what you have now found. And they will find it not because you preach it, but because they'll feel it the moment they walk through your door. Comment 222 if you know your house is now a refuge of peace for all who enter. This peace is not temporary. This strength is not short-lived. The presence of God will not drift away. He doesn't come and go like emotions. He stays. He holds. He keeps His promise. You are not going back to what used to be. You are not returning to chaos. You are not slipping into old pain. That season has ended. The night of your weeping has passed. Joy has come to stay. Mercy has taken root. Favor is resting in your walls. And the Spirit of the living God is watching over your sleep. You may not see everything tomorrow. Some changes will take time. But your heart will know, without a doubt, that God has already begun what only He can finish. And your house, from this night on, belongs to Him. You are not alone. You are not unprotected. You are not forgotten. What began quietly in the secret places of your heart is already beginning to echo into every part of your home. You may not hear it in your ears yet, but you'll feel it in the atmosphere. The walls that once held tension will begin to feel lighter. The doors that carried heaviness each time they opened will begin to feel different. God has sanctified your space. He has anointed it with peace that cannot be shaken, no matter what comes in the days ahead. Comment Amen if you believe this transformation has begun in your own home. Even the ordinary things will begin to feel touched by the sacred. The way you wake up, the tone of your voice, the small choices you make each day. The Spirit of God now resides in your home, and His presence naturally begins to shape the way you live. The conversations around your table will hold more kindness. The thoughts in your quiet moments will carry more peace. And where there was once striving, God is bringing a holy ease, a flow of grace that moves gently but deeply through everything. He is softening hearts that once felt hardened by years of disappointment. He is melting away the layers of survival that caused you to shut yourself off from others, even from Him. This is not about performance or pretending to be strong anymore. This is about learning to live fully under the covering of the one who never grows weary, who never looks away, and who never asks you to be anything but real. Comment 1515 if you feel the softening of God's grace working within you right now. You are not the same person who sat in silence begging for peace a few nights ago. You are being renewed from the inside out. God is peeling away the weariness that tried to shape your identity. He is speaking truth into the lies that once clouded your mind, lies that told you this was as good as it would get, lies that told you your past defined you, lies that made you believe you had to carry it all alone. The voice of truth is now louder than the noise, and it is saying, "You are mine, and I am here to stay." Do you know why people keep whispering about this 7-second CIA ritual? A leaked brainwave method is spreading quietly and changing financial realities worldwide. Proven by neuroscience, this simple ritual attracts money, freedom, and luxury. If you're seeing this, you're so lucky. Click the link in the comments before it's taken down. There's no longer a reason to pretend everything is okay when it's not. You now have a safe place to fall, and that place is found in the arms of the one who will never let you go. Even on the days when your faith feels weak, even when your thoughts are scattered, even when doubt tries to sneak back in, He remains. He holds the walls of your house together with hands strong enough to carry all your fears and all your hopes at once. God is also doing a quiet work in your relationships. That heaviness between you and a family member, that silence that grew from hurt, the words that were never said, He is stepping into those spaces. He is restoring what you thought was too broken to fix. Not all at once, but steadily.